Alright, you convinced me. This is mission 3 of Dishonored, along with some lore commentary. I'm probably going to be able to do this mission in 2 videos instead of 3. Probably do about 1 hour each. So, alright, let's go. But before we get into that, I want to redo something I wanted to do in the last one. I know you don't want to see any more mission 2, but I actually messed up a bit. I thought it was in mission 3, but I think it's just that this one was glitched and it didn't show up. So here we are back at the beginning of mission 2, and that's just going to be for a minute. And what I was looking for, did not find, is this right here. Arthur's note. Dearest Gwen, the city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing for me here except you. I'll wait for you where the Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river, where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way onto a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you, and if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food. Love, Arthur. So this didn't spawn in the last mission when I started it, so... And what it's referring to is this area over here where Clavering spills into the river. And if we go over there, there's this kind of tower area, ouch, that's been locked off. But if we swim behind it and come up here, we see this little area here. And we see this little graffiti, Darren and Gwen. Not Arthur, Darren. This looks like Gwen was seeing someone on the side. Is this Darren? Or is this Arthur? I don't know. We also have a book here, Death in the Month of Songs. She was shy in the month of hearths, hiding from my scented letters, a sun-dappled cure for my loneliness. She was smiling in the month of rain, eating figs straight from the tree, a dream of sailing around the isles. She was wed in the month of cleanse to her sailor cousin from Calero, a shrill bird drilling at my chest. She was dying in the month of songs, struck by a disease from the east, a terrible kiss on her distant lips. So a disease from the east, what does that sound like? Well, it sounds like the plague. So just a little extra bit of lore that I kind of wasn't able to get in the last video. Also, look at this view. Isn't that great? I know the graphics in this game aren't classically great, but the art style really makes up for it. All right, let's go to our main game.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
Ray tracing. Really, for what it is, it looks great. Okay, so before we get out of the boat, there's one thing I want to show. So when you're in the water, you can't use your weapons, but when you're above the water, you can. So if you want to take revenge on these hagfish that have been gnawing at you, you can... there you go. Go hagfish hunting there.
Thank you, Corvo. Thank you.
Okay.
My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
So I'm going to not go up the right way, but I'm going to come up this way. I'll show you why in a bit. As So we're supposed to go talk to Havelock, but if you go over to this yard where Havelock is shooting at these bottles, if you take these bottles and you move them to some other location,
Yes.
just out in front here.
Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step along that path.
And we must find a girl, Emily.
Okay.
Who knows what her mind is like, being there when her mother
Now let's go talk to Havelock.
You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Kaldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne.
Oh, I missed it.
Fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be
Ah, there it is.
among the nobles.
So he'll shoot at where the bottles were, but the bottles will explode wherever they are. Just a fun little...
But now you should
I don't know
take
if it's a
well-earned
glitch or
rest,
just a...
We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's
A little bit
journal
early
and share
for
them later.
that, isn't it, Trevor? All right, there's some things I want to look at first a bit.
Sometimes I think this conspiracy feels like the start of a joke, don't you? An admiral, an aristocrat, and an overseer walk into a bar. I wonder what the punchline will be. Without a leader, the Abbey's going to be in disarray for a while. But how to take advantage? Now's the moment when we need Martin. Damn these delays. If they ever find us, there'll be nothing left but ashes. When I bought this place, I never thought I'd be living here. The Navy was the only thing I loved, and I refused to see the Lord Regent ruin it. What kind of woman will young Emily grow up to be? Or will she even get to grow up? What kind of an empress will she be? That Samuel fellow looks familiar to me, but I can't place him.
All right, so he does kind of remember Samuel, but not too closely. So I thought about doing all the dialogue options for all the NPCs. I've decided I'm not gonna. I mean, some of them are interesting, some are not. Most of them are not that relevant to lore, so they take up a lot of time. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. But we'll go listen to this audiograph.
The inspiration is coming faster. My mind works faster at night than it does during the day. I'm being swept away, and I can no longer tell if it's genius or madness. When Corvo arrived, he brought some force from the void with him. Or perhaps I'm more brilliant than I even supposed.
Oh, I'm sure that's it. No, it's because during the day he's too busy ogling Callista. That's what it is. All right, let's go here.
There is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true in several ways.
Okay, so now, oh, workshop key. We will need that later. I think these books are all the same.
Do you mean to tell me you don't know how to curtsy properly?
Please, sir. I was never in service with a noble.
That's not an excuse. You need to learn proper decorum. The Hound Pits has seen a few lords and ladies in its day.
If they were here, I expect they didn't want to be recognized, sir.
Never mind that. Lord Pendleton ought to be shown the respect he deserves. He doesn't require it, but he
Welcome
notices.
back, Master Corvo.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But even so, have you forgotten we may soon be guarding a future Empress? You will be in the presence of the most important person in the entire known world, and you don't know how to curtsy.
But she's just a child, and she's not even here. No one knows where she is.
Well, our masters are just the people to find her, I'll have you know. Please learn your manners before then.
Okay, a couple things from Pendleton. Pendleton's family crisis. Right. Cousin Anna. Morgan and Custis continue to resist my efforts and are no longer responding to my letters. The servants tell me they've been absent from the manor for some weeks. My brothers have always been arrogant, utterly convinced of their own certainty, and they don't really give two figs for what anyone else in the world, unless they want something and can't take it outright. But this disagreement over the upcoming parliamentary vote has reached a crisis point. Up till now, the Lord Regent has been somewhat restrained in his authority, to at least where the holdings of the gentry have been concerned. If Morgan and Custis vote in his favor, the law will be changed and we will all be at risk, aristocracy or not. I implore you, if you know where they are, to speak with them. Lord Trevor Pendleton. How do you like my Pendleton voice? That's what you get for watching this video so long.
Memoir, Chapter 28.
Waverly, Waverly, Waverly.
The very name sweeps one away. She came into our cold marble hall and brought light and warmth. She changed our lives forever. It was only later I realized she was a traitorous little weasel, like all the Boyles.
So I'm playing this now because if you go to sleep and advance to the next section, this will change. So I wanted to get to this now. And I think also Havelock has some updated information.
Corvo's proved his abilities beyond question. It's not anyone who can walk into Holger Square and put down the High Overseer. And now we're faced with the question, could he be dangerous? Events are going to move quickly now. The storm's rising.
A little foreshadowing there. Entry 2. Well, it seems that we have invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin from the office of the High Overseer, but he went into that viper's nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I suspect there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We are now committed to this path. There is no turning back. Alright, I think all the other NPC dialogues are, again, not terribly relevant. So, let's go ahead and go to sleep and advance to the next mission. So now if we go listen to the audiograph,
Chapter 3.
it's a new one.
As yet I have said little of my brothers Morgan and Custis. Twins they are, and 4 years senior to me. Morgan is the larger of the two brutes by a slight bit. From earliest memory they abused me in every way. I'm not the first to claim their elder siblings were cruel, but my suffering was unique, I promise you. At the tender age of 5, they tied me to the crib and set inside it assorted vipers they had collected over several weeks. My howls and my breathing were muffled by a blanket, and so it was hours before the nurse found me, barely alive. I had kicked a few serpents to a pulp and others had slithered away, but not before I'd been bitten a dozen times or more on my legs, arms, and face. The wounds kept me convalescing for months, while those two got away with barely a tongue lashing. Wallace! Bring me wine. Tomorrow I will regale you with the special gift they gave me on my 10th birthday party.
Oh, siblings, what hijinks they get up to. Jesus.
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky. This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without me.
Is that so?
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the books this morning and found 5 mistakes you've made.
Very well.
You're lucky I found them before the Admiral did.
It was a milkmaid who started it. She took ill one morning after her chores, but the milk had already been delivered. That was all it took for them to wall the place off. Plague spreads fast.
Oh, I went the wrong way. I got about 500 hours in this game. I still go the wrong way. Amazing.
I know the Golden Cat. Not as a patron, mind you. I designed some specialized devices for them. I kept the blueprints, if anyone is curious.
Don't.
Ugh.
I brought you tea as a courtesy to a colleague. I won't make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry, I only thought... Never mind what I thought. Thank you for the tea.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me. Master Piero has a great deal to learn in some areas. I'm sure Piero will make some lady a fine husband. Some other lady. I might even fancy him, but the way he stares at me, I don't even think he's aware of it. He spends all his time with books and machines. I don't think he understands that I'm not one of them.
Alright, let's go deal with the Weepers.
Ah, hello, Corvo. They're cursed weepers, roaming all over the
sorry,
city.
I missed a dialogue. It's okay, it wasn't terribly relevant, as I said.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Okay. Yes, so if you knock out the Weepers, Piero will take them and use them for his experiments. And he'll leave you some loot as thanks. This gate you can open if you want to. This just goes back into pub. So yeah, there's the chain that comes down. That one. And that one. And if you go to the end of this, you get a rune and an ancient note, which somehow you can still read. I'm sorry, but I won't be here for the next meeting, or ever again for that matter. What happened here was unnatural and makes me sick to recall. I left the result of our labors here for you to keep, but I expect that rats will consume it before you return. Goodbye. But that's not all. If you come down here with these leaves, these ferns or whatever, there's another rune floating down there. So, lots of runes. That doesn't go anywhere. I already checked. But actually, let's see what we can upgrade. I think, let's see, 4 runes. I'm going to do Possession for this one. I can show some of the extra ways of getting into places, I think. And normally you would go out through the pub exit, but you can actually come over here and use this crank wheel and open this. And I'm not sure what this is for exactly. I think it might be if you come down here without talking to Havelock, if you don't follow the quest markers, and you come down here anyway. You have a way to get out. I'm not sure, but anyway, anywhere you come out, Cecilia will be
You
here.
went down there in the sewers? I thought I heard a weeper in there earlier. You're probably the bravest man I've ever met. Overseer Martin has arrived. He's with Admiral Havelock now. They want to talk to you.
Okay, let's go talk to Havelock and Martin. Is there any dialogue before you go? Something like there was, but maybe not.
Corvo, I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed, you've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we've wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with. Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best. Campbell's book appears to contain much more than we expected. He was blackmailing a number of highly ranked overseers. With the information in his journal, we will be able to manipulate the religious faction. The overseers will bend to our will. You've never been to the Golden Cat? No, I suppose not. Me neither, of course.
Yeah, that's believable.
Corvo, a moment if I may.
Hold on. I think if you go up here, same book, there is a new audiograph. Oh.
Corvo, my friend, do you need
Let me get
ammunition or weaponry? Would you like me to
gear
craft
first.
something for you?
Combat sleep darts useful for a stealth mission. They pass out much more easily. Bolt capacity only applies to regular crossbow bolts, not sleep darts, so don't make that mistake. I'll probably find these on the mission, but maybe not. I'll get some anyway. There's a new audiograph.
I'm getting a frequency reverberation that confounds some of my experiments. I suspect there are some kind of empty chambers beneath this building. In a district this old, anything is possible.
So just a clue for you to go to the sewers if you haven't already, if you for some reason didn't follow the quest marker.
Ah, the Royal Protector. Just
I
the
love
man
that
I needed
Doppler
to speak
effect.
with. Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard, cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted and quarantined for having the plague actually has the plague. I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
Don't really think it's up to you, but okay.
A challenge. Even for someone like you. 6 months ago, I was out at the estate hunting with my brothers. Custis and Morgan were always better shots, though one of them nearly killed me, all for a cruel joke. Strange. I never thought I'd be the Pendleton heir, you know. I never expected any of this.
Alright, let's go.
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
House of Pleasure. The Loyalists believe that Emily is being held at the Golden Cat by the corrupt aristocratic Pendleton brothers. These men are Lord Pendleton's despised older brothers, twins, and they are loyal to the tyrannical Lord Regent. Find Emily at the Golden Cat and eliminate Lords Custis and Morgan Pendleton.
I'll get you as close as I can to the Golden Cat, Corvo. You'll have to go the rest of the way on your own. The entrance is near Holger Square. The main thing is to make sure that little girl, Emily, gets back all safe and sure. Them two Pendletons are there, so I'm guessing there'll be a lot of guards. Slackjaw might have some ideas on helping you get inside the cat, if he don't kill you. This here's his territory. He and his Bottle Street gang hole up at the old Dunwall whiskey factory. They sell the elixir that folks use to fight off the plague.
Well, not anymore, they don't.
For you and the little lady you bring him back. Good luck to you. I know Emily must mean a lot to you. Be careful going up the street, Corvo. A river hand I know pulled up alongside me last night and said there's one of those watchtowers on Clavering now. I guess you getting rid of Campbell shook up the Lord Regent.
Let me see the watchtower there with its gun turrets. Shooting at some fleeing Reapers. Oh! Watch out! Okay, so a little bit ago I went and looked at this area as it was during the last mission, so we can actually go see it again. And there is now a Weeper here. Ah. And you have to wonder, is this Gwen, the aforementioned Gwen? Did she come here looking for, I guess, Darren and turned into a Weeper? We'll never know. It's just one of those interesting little things that add some flavor to the game.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
Normally I'm not a big fan of reusing maps. I think it's kind of lazy, but in this case, it actually made a good excuse for why they're doing it.
I know you're somewhere around here.
It fits into the story, so it's not too much of a problem.
Can't stay hidden forever.
They do it in Death of the Outsider, which I don't think is as justified.
I'll find you. That must have been nothing.
Yeah. It was just the wind. Again. Now, if you save Kurnow, he will sort of be the reason why this watchtower is installed, kind of at his order, or because of how he almost got assassinated. If you don't save him, it will be because he was assassinated. So they're good.
Now what?
Uh-oh. So they're very good at coming up with lore-appropriate excuses. Alright, guard report to all watch personnel assigned to Clavering Boulevard. Given the recent attempt on Captain Jeff Curnow's life near Holgo Square, a new watchtower has been authorized to secure the area. Tensions remain high following the incident, which Curnow only survived by virtue of his training and quick thinking. Hey, what about me? Until the perpetrator has been identified, all squads are advised to question any suspicious persons entering the area. Note the engineering corps is right to be commended for working fast to put the additional fortifications in place. Whale oil will be delivered nightly to provide power to the new watchtower. Major Andrews Josiah, Defense Engineer Unit. Oop.
Oh, I'll find. He's here.
see they put that speaker back after I knocked it down. Alright, so now we see that Granny Rags has vacated, or at least gone out for the day. Who knows where. But if we go back to up to this area, there is a corpse. Is this the same corpse? I can't remember. I don't think it is. But there are a few of Dowd's whalers lurking around over there, kind of waiting for us, or just waiting around in general, and they will attack you if you go over there. So let's go up here and take them out ahead of time. So I think there's 3 of them or 4 of them. Let's see, I know there's one in here. There he is. And I don't think I read this before. Nate, drop point has changed. Leave it in the shutter under the bridge. If the elixir ain't there, you don't get paid. So there's 2 explanations for what's going on here. One is that Dowd's whalers are keeping an eye on you because they're interested in you because of your powers. But also that the whalers are buying bootleg elixir from the Bottle Street gang. So this is where they do their trades. And if you come in here, there's a Weeper in there. There it is. And so there are 5 runes in this mission, but there are no shrines, no outsider shrines. But if you look here, you see the beginnings of one. You see that fabric that the outsider shrines have draped around them. And I think the idea here is that this guy was about to make one, but then he turned into a Weeper. But there's a bone charm here, but no rune. But I actually found some of this fabric, this kind of a blue and gold jacquard fabric, or at least something close to it, on one of these online fabric stores, sort of cheap discount fabric. And I bought some, and I made a little quick and dirty little mock-up of a shrine using my homemade rune. Just made a quick picture of it, posted it for some fake internet points. It was kind of fun. I still have the fabric. It's kind of nice, although it's pretty cheap. But just a little, fun little craft thing to do. Yeah, I'm kind of messed up, which is why I'm making this video in the first place. All right, let's take out the rest of the whalers. There's one there, and one in. There's one there. Get this guy. So if you knock someone out and they fall off a ledge or something and die, that counts as a kill against you. So be aware of that. There should be another one in there. I don't know where he is. See if he's going to come out. I think so. Come on. Jump over here. Oh, guess not. Oh, shows what I know. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I knew he is. Try to hide from me. Alright. So now let's go buy some more sleep darts from Griff.
Want to look at some of the things I've found? Good prices, I swear.
Man, those are expensive sleep darts. Alright, let's go talk to Slackjaw now.
That him? Yeah, he's the one. Hey, we got a message for you from Slackjaw. He wants to talk at the distillery. I don't think they're gonna last much longer in there. That's what they get.
So now it's a neutral zone.
From the still. That tainted elixir is bad stuff, I guess.
Aha, so they're talking about what we did in the last mission.
Irony, I Elixir is supposed to prevent the plague sickness, fight it off. But someone poisoned the bootleg still, and now we got the elixir that gives you the plague.
I don't think that's what that word means, idiot.
Well, how would I know?
No, I think that's right.
Some other word did. Anyway, I almost feel sorry for the poor fools that drank that bad elixir.
Now, if you come over here, so we're going to the Golden Cat, which is in the next sort of loading cell. But they put a little bit here. You can actually see the very top of it, the tower there, from the distillery. There it is. So, even though it's the actual one is in the next cell, it's a nice little continuity. And they actually have some weepers from the bad elixir that they've got locked up here. And they'll actually escape in a bit as we come out here.
Easy, easy. You just need a bit.
Ain't you heard? Slackjaw keeps the good stuff for himself. Rest of us get 1 part elixir, 3 parts water down.
Oh, that's just to make the swallowing go smooth.
Well, I ain't taking no chances on getting the plague. Drink till you drop. That's my motto.
And we can actually come back. Oh, Bunting. This art dealer, Bunting, is a man of taste. If anyone left in Dunwall has something worth stealing, it's him. So whoever opens the safe gets double the normal cut. Slackjaw. Good to know. I mean, yeah. Looting in recent months. Excerpt from a letter found in an empty house at the edge of the Rudshore Financial District. That's what they call the flooded district now. The looting started in the warehouses. Once enough men took sick with the plague, the companies had to suspend operations. My husband Malchus was with the Meyerson Tobacco Leaf Company, which closed last year during the month of clans. He ran the fireboxes at the main curing barn. Malchus always said, flu curing mode made the sweetest leaf. Sickness hits the tobacco men hardest because of all the smoking. They ran with a small crew for a while, but around the time my husband got sick, the fires were put out and the tobacco sat rotting. Somehow the thieves knew and started stripping the place. Later they moved on to houses, the bastards. I mean, we do a lot of looting ourselves, so I can't really say a whole lot about that. Such as... nom nom nom. A lot of food in this section. Sure. But we can actually go back to this storage area back here. Good use of Blink 2. It's, maybe you can get a blueprint, some loot, some of which we can use, some we can't.
What the fuck are you looking at? Blow off, chopper.
Reserve key, we'll need that. Okay.
What was that?
That was me. Okay, and they've got even more weepers locked up in here. I thought we could get into Slacjaw's office this way, but maybe not.
Don't make me take that away from you. Hey, you in the mask. You look like a clown.
I wish there were more voice actors for the gangster NPCs. They got some funny lines.
Ooh, look. He's armed for fighting. Are you supposed to be scary?
Alright, now let's go talk to Boss Pink Trousers.
He is a villain if I judge your looks aright. A villain I might have some work for. Somebody put plague in the brute tank. Half my men are weepers. Trapped 3 of them in the distillery. Rest are wandering in the street. Since it's so, and I find myself short of able bodies, I may have a point of interest for you, see? Way I figure it, there ain't nobody worth killing round here except those two Pendletons over at the Golden Cat. I'm right, ain't I? See, Slackjaw knows. Them boys are twins. Rich, mean, and weird. Worse than most of their ilk. They've been laying low there a while, not sure why. There's a lot of security at the Golden Cat tonight, though. Special guests and the like. But you're gonna walk in there dressed like that and kill the Pendleton brothers? Maybe I got a better way to take care of them, too. If you're doing something for me first, understand? Someone, I don't know who, is killing my men, taking my territory, stealing my goods. Might be a fellow named of Galvani. I sent my best man to investigate, but he went missing and... well, now I need someone to find what happened to him. Go to this Galvani's place. He lives nearby off Clavering Boulevard.
Oh, we know where he lives. We've been there a couple times.
Get your better way into the Golden Cat.
So I believe that this character, Slackjaw, is based at least partly on Bill, I think it's called Bill the Butcher Cutting. Daniel Day-Lewis's character from Kings of New York. Kind of looks like him.
Slackjaw. Whores raised him. He'll never know his father was a prince. He deals in flesh, weapons, strong drink. They've always called him Slackjaw. He knows the streets of Dunwall, especially its dark alleys, as well as any man. If ever in doubt, which is often, he uses the knife. He and his thugs started in Trevor's Alley. Now his influence is felt over the entire island of Bristol. Slackjaw. Whores raised him.
Okay.
He'll never know his father was a prince.
So these animals here, so Blood Ox Alley is the way outside. So these are blood oxes. So they're animals in the game. And apparently their stew is supposed to be really good. Blood Ox stew. Anyway, and actually, this character is also the inspiration for a character of my own in my most recent novel, The Heron King's Rampant. There's a gangster character named Gouger Neb. He's only in a couple of scenes, but he's very heavily based on Slackjaw. And it comes out in a couple of weeks, so please read it. So now there's a bone charm available where there wasn't before. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense because he came by this way. The Weepers have gotten out and the Bottle Street gang are dealing with them, so we'll come in here and take this bone charm. Undertaker. Let's equip all these. We'll let them deal with those guys and come and loot some of this area. Whoa! Anyway, this is Bottle Street. So this rail line where the whiskey is taken out, and then it passes through this sealed area gate here, and then goes underneath Clavering. So that's where Bottle Street goes. And this explosive liquor can be used as a weapon. Probably already knew that, but just in case. Alright, let's get out of here.
Hey, blow off, Choffer. What a mess, huh? Whole town's gone to trash.
Okay. Oh, and so now we have a new poster. Thaddeus Campbell's been branded. Formerly High Overseer is no longer a citizen of Dunwall. It's now a criminal offense to offer this man aid or housing. Contact the City Watch if you have any information. A reward is available. Seems kind of strange, like... Well, he's got the brand. We don't know who put it on him or why or what or how that happened, but... We don't think about these things. We just obey it. There's got to be a lot of lead in the water and the paint in this city, I swear. He's going to Griff's shop and steal all his stuff. He doesn't seem to mind. I mean, he leaves his door wide open, so we'll just help ourselves. I don't even need this food. I just like the sound that it makes when you eat the food. Alright, let's go back to Galvani's again. Everyone's favorite place. And I'm going to go in the front door. Because there was a book I missed last time, and it is right over here. Customs and Food of Morley, excerpt from a traveler's journal. Born and raised in Bristol, I spent my formative years in our smaller cities before settling in magnificent Dunwall. There, in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things. When the opportunity arose to document my travels to Serkonos, Tivia, and finally Morley, I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estermont. We'll learn what happened to Lord Estermont in a bit here. Perhaps, like so many in Dunwall, I suffer from being excessively cultured, but I found Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the Festival of Churners to be tiresome, despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes, and why their renowned jelly ox tongue is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come. A bit snobbish. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention about Morley, it's interesting. They actually have a king and a queen, and they rule co-equally. So they're married, but it's a purely political marriage. However, it's not clear how important that really is, because they don't really have a whole lot of power. After the Morley insurrection, they lost pretty much all self-governance, and the parliament... actually, I looked this up. It's the Parliament of Bristol, it's called, but it rules the whole empire. So the Parliament of Bristol can overrule any decrees or laws that the King and Queen of Morley make. So, you know, it might be more of a kind of a figurehead situation at this point.
Two more?
What you mean? They pay you in coin? I get mine in bottles.
Eat and drink? Give you.
I said I hate telling you that.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna come up here. Yeah, these guards are mostly paid in elixir rather than actual coin. Let's hide in here. They'll stop looking for me after a while.
We ain't gonna waste time solving who killed him. Personally, I'd buy who did it a drink.
So we're gonna put on your report.
And there's Slackjaw's
I'm gonna
man.
say we found one of Slackjaw's men inside, all dead and bloody, and that you are a stinking idiot.
We know you're here. We'll find you.
No, you won't.
That might be worth checking out.
Alright, here's Crowley's body, and his last message. And if you come over into Galvani's secret room, where there was the rat viscera before, there now is a rune. Take that. And if you go down to the second floor, I'm not gonna, but if you go rob his safe, again, put in that combination at 287, you open the safe, and then this time there will only be a pouch, like I think 25 coin worth. So I don't think I'm gonna take the time to go for that. Let's just get out of here. Oh crap! I should have grabbed the keys from before when I was down in that hallway. Oh, there we go. We got one. All right, it all works out. Hopefully, we can finally be done with Galvani's house. So let's go give the information to Slackjaw.
Look out for the watch. They got no respect for
Yeah.
Hey, wait a bit. What just occurred to me? How come it's always me who pay for the whiskeys?
Shush up your mouth. You know I can't work out the right number of coin. It's embarrassing.
Well, it's not the finest minds in Dunwall that joined the Bottle Street Gang.
What's this? Information from my missing guy. Let's have a listen.
Slackjaw, it's me, Crowley. I'm making this in case I don't make it back. You was right. There is someone wants you dead. Wants to take over the distillery and the whole Bottle Street gang. And you'll never believe who it is neither. At first I didn't. That's why it's taken me so long. I wanted to be sure, and what's that? Ah! No! No! Ah!
So Crowley's dead. Too bad. He was one of my best men. Still, you and me had a deal, and Slackjaw never goes back on a deal. Take this key. It ain't for the Golden Cat, no. This key's for the captain's chair. A hotel abandoned since the plague gutted this part of town. Take the stairs to the top. You can use the roof to get into the Golden Cat brothel. See that? Slackjaw keeps a bargain. Just as good as the men who run the city. Maybe a little better. You think about that. Now maybe we can help each other out again. I could get rid of the Pendletons for you. Quiet-like and without killing them. But you gotta do something for me in return. The Cat's having a big reopening tonight. Lot of money clients, including an arts dealer named of Bunting. He's got particular tastes, or so I've been told by some of the ladies. Got some pretty fancy stuff locked away at his place. And the only thing preventing me from nabbing all that loot is the combination to his safe. Of course, the Pendletons have been camped out there for months too, not sure why. So that means a lot of the City Watch and other soldier types. Bring me that combination, my masked friend, and then I take care of the Pendleton brothers. Just like that. You ain't never even gonna touch them. And I promise, I won't kill them, and no one will ever see them again. Now if that ain't a deal, Slackjaw don't know what is.
Someone wants to get hurt.
He has some interesting dialogue, so
get me the art deal
we'll listen to some
combination, and I take care of them Pendleton twins for you. All clean like. First job Slackjaw ever did before I was a boss. I broke into that place where the mighty thinkers go. Academy of Natural Philosophers or what have you. I saw things, cutting up the dead. I tell you,
keep my eyes open.
Slackjaw will never go back. Them big whale ships used to come in 5 times more than they do now. That blubber oil is like gold. But the plague broke out on the ships and half the sailors turned into weepers.
That's it. Okay.
Someone's still prowling around.
All these places that are referred to, you never get to visit. It makes the game feel much more real. And kind of makes the world feel more expensive. But it is very frustrating. All these places that you want to visit, but you can't. Because the content just doesn't exist.
Got anything to smoke or eat?
Huh. Hungry? Well, don't eat river crust. It'll make you sick in the butt.
So one really convenient way to get across Bottle Street. This guy still sleeping. You can come down onto this pipe.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
There's some weepers down there.
Formerly High Overseer, is no longer a citizen of Dunwall. He now bears the Heretics brand, and by one of the oldest traditions of the Abbey of the Everyman, it is now a minor criminal offense to offer this man aid or housing. In this time of spiritual crisis, the Overseers have initiated the Feast of Painted Kettles, until a new High Overseer is chosen.
Oh, well. I was hoping I could blow up some weepers here. Alright, you know what? I thought I was going to do a non-lethal run completely, but these zombies annoy me. Oh, it doesn't even kill them all the way. Still no. Jeez. Alright, so if you go on... Oh, not there. Dead? Alright. So if we go in here, a couple of things. So there's Granny Rags.
Come to dinner now.
Found a new place to hang out. But also this guy.
Little birds, come to Granny. Granny
And
won't-
Allison's letter. Dear Daniel, I've been given a geologist position with the Horizon Trading Company in Serkonos. Soon we'll be undertaking our first survey just south of Karnaca. Don't wait too long to leave, because there are rumors of people being denied passage out of the city. Wait for me in Karnaca. Love, Allison. Well, apparently he did wait too long, because there he is. So, very unfortunate. And we can also go talk to Granny. She's not going to give us another
Have you seen
mission,
it?
but
The handsome one with the beautiful dark
she has some
eyes.
interesting dialogue.
I just want to tell him I'm doing my part. Yes, Granny Rags is doing her part. Tell him, won't you? If you see him. My gentlemen callers don't come around like they used to. You took care of it for me, didn't you? That's nice. Who's that? I can't see. No, don't go. Let Granny Rags tell you a story. It won't cost you anything at all. Which would you like? The history of the great city of Dunwall? No, that's not for you. No. You want the tale of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. Regal, fair-minded, she brought prosperity to the city, hope to all.
I don't think they gave him a
Then, violently murdered
pronunciation
6
guide when
months
they read their lines here.
Nothing's been the same since her death. Poor child. Her spirit lives on, trapped, misused. And for what purpose?
We know what purpose.
But here's the worst part. It was a man she trusted over all others that did.
What? No, it was...
They say he's in league with the outsider, and that he won't rest.
Well, that's kind of
until
true.
Everyone in Dunwall is
Well,
dead.
no, I was framed, I tell you, yeah.
Now, Granny Rags has told you a tale, so maybe you'll tell it to someone else later. Change up the ending a bit if you want,
Not so subtle
No coin.
reference to our
Granny
chaos
won't
level.
forget.
Outsider,
No,
already read
she
that.
won't. Stop fussing with my collar, Mama. The dance is starting soon. Is my hair smooth enough? He's sure to be there.
So this is the way out after you're finished with the mission, but it's locked right now.
Little birds, I've got some seed for you.
Alright, she's got some more dialogue lines, but they're not quite as interesting, so we'll move on. And if we come through this area again,
bloodlark. Let a tramp like you get elixir.
We've been on half rations for a week. I ain't catching the plague. Hand it over.
No, please, it's for my baby. No, I need it for my little one so he won't get sick.
Hey, alright.
Thank you, sir. You saved me. How can I thank you? I have nothing. Wait, take this. It's the backdoor service key to Bunting's house, the art dealer on the main street. I used to work for him, you know, before the plague. He's let all his servants go, but he's still there. Probably hoping he'll be able to sell something from that safe of his. I don't know what he has left, but it's all I have to offer you. Please take it.
Alright, so these guys... they were going to kill her over this elixir, and she just leaves it. Amazing. Yeah, so these guys... they're trying to extort this woman for her elixir, and...
this whole place is going to the house.
If I attack them, they'll make it a point to kill her first before they attack me. So it's not easy to save her, but we did this time. So, all right. I don't think there's a whole lot of lore in this area yet again.
A mandatory whale
It's
oil
probably
ration is now in effect.
something in here. Yeah.
Non-compliance is a
Official guard reports to all watch officers be aware that Clavering Boulevard leading to Holger Square has been sealed until further notice. The office of the High Overseer has entered a state of crisis, and all interactions with the Overseers must be coordinated through me, whether previously authorized or not. Former High Overseer Therese Campbell has been branded a heretic, a historic religious event that the Overseers enforce without exception or mercy, or critical thinking, apparently. Campbell's been stripped of all authority, and anyone offering him aid or shelter is subject to arrest. This includes members of the Watch. First Captain Nathan Mortimer, Abbey Liaison. So this gives a good excuse for why the way to Holger Square has been sealed now in this mission. So now we have to go one of two ways. So the regular way to the Golden Cat is past that watchtower in the alley there. But we can also go through the captain's chair because we have the key. It's not a huge improvement. It's a, I don't know, but it's just another way to go. But we kind of have to do it in order to get the non-lethal ending, so we'll do it. Bone charm over here. Tough skin. And there's some rats up here. I think we gotta try and see if we can blink over them. Oh, nope! Just run. Okay. I think that's going to end it. We're over an hour now, so pick up the next part of the mission in the next video. It shouldn't take too terribly long. It's no longer than this. So, yeah. All right. So once again, thanks a lot for watching.